So last weekend, I tried selling these 4x6 framed prints in my art fair booth. Typically, I only sell my prints in a print bin, and so people have to come and look through the print bin, and oftentimes, especially families with children, the kids will have sticky hands, or people may have food or drinks that they spill in the print bin, and so this is an ongoing problem in my booth. So I thought I would experiment with selling these because I had heard from another artist that they were selling well. So in this video, I'm going to share with you exactly how I displayed them in the booth and how the sales went. Also, if you want to know the supplies that I use to make the framed prints, I've linked those in the description. So just to get this started, my prints, including everything, the frames, everything, is $1.48 a piece, my cost in these. So I thought that I would price these at $20 a piece, hanging them on the front of my art booth in a grid of 12. Now I figured if I did this, I hung them right on the front of the booth, people would see them the first thing when they approached my booth. And oftentimes the first thing a customer sees happens to be the things they want to purchase. And just to the inside, as you walked in my booth, you would see a couple of other print bins, prints that were $22.50 each or 2 for $40. They're 8x10 size prints. And then other prints that are either $30 or $40 that are a little bit larger sizes. I thought it was a good idea to try the price point being basically similar for my 8x10 size loose print and the 4x6 framed print, just to see if customers would choose one or the other with the price being similar. And what I found the first day is that those loose prints, the 8x10 size unframed ones, always won out. I sold 0 4x6 frame prints the entire first day of the show. So I realized that something had to change. And when you're thinking about selling your art on a product, you have some different levers that you can pull when you're trying to figure out how to adjust things to get it to sell. Now, the first one is the artwork itself, right? The actual subject. So if it is not something that people want to buy, no matter how you display it, whether you're selling it as an art print or the original painting, or let's say on a t-shirt or a mug or something, like if the people don't like the artwork, then it doesn't matter how you try to sell it, it's not going to sell. But in my case, I knew it wasn't an artwork problem because I picked the best sellers that I always have that people want to buy to sell as these 4x6 framed prints. So I knew that wasn't the problem. So then the next thing is how it's displayed, where you're displaying it in your booth. And I knew on the front of my booth, it's the perfect place to display a new product, especially something that's an impulse buy. And I had it low enough down on the panel that small children could get a close look at it, because this size of print is a perfect kid-size artwork, right? And it can be either set on a stand or it can be hung, and so it's very versatile for parents. It's also made with plexiglass, so it's safe for children. So I wanted parents and children to be able to see these, and I made sure to put things like capybaras in here because the capybara is the #1 selling thing to kids lately in my art fair booth. So I made sure that they could see this capybara up front and center. So it wasn't the way I was displaying it, and it wasn't even the way I was talking about the features to customers, because when they would come up, they'd see the $20 price, they'd look at all the different prints that were available there in the frames, and I would walk up to them and show them all those good things about it. I'd be chatting people up, doing everything I could from a sales standpoint to sell these. But that first day, I never sold any at the $20 price. And this is where the next lever of adjustment comes in, is price. If you've tried everything else, if you've got a good selling subject in a product that people want, and a 4x6 framed print is a product that's proven that people want because other artists are selling them and getting good results from this. And so if you have that, then you have it displayed in the perfect spot in your booth, then the only other thing could either be your salesmanship or the price. And I know it's not my salesmanship because I'm very good at selling, so it had to be the price. So that's why the first day, right after the show, I went home and I printed out a new price tag for $15 because I realized that there needed to be a differentiation between those prints in my print bin that were the 8x10 size and the smaller framed prints on the front of my booth. It had to be a clear difference in the buyer's mind. And what I noticed is right away, that second day of the show, people come up, they saw the $15 price, and instantly their eyes light up, their demeanor changes in a different way, in a positive way, toward seeing my product there for sale. And I I knew that was the thing that I needed to change. It was the wrong price point for my work at this particular show, because I was selling my work at a women's fair. It wasn't a fine art fair. Now, if I was selling at a fine art fair, I probably could have gotten $20 or maybe higher out of them. But at an event at a women's fair where it was more like craft items, I was the only fine artist there that I could see. I didn't have a lot of other work that people were seeing on the way to my booth that was elevating the prices of things in their minds. They weren't being primed to buy fine art. They were being primed to buy all sorts of different things at a lot of different price points, like clothing or even getting free items from promotional booths. One of the booths right next to me, in fact, was a bank who had a Plinko game going the whole time, and they were giving away all sorts of different things in their booth. And so when you have a booth neighbor that's giving stuff away for free, you can't expect to sell your work for premium prices. So that's why I had to lower the prices of these prints to $15 a piece. But once I did, they started selling. So we're here in my Square dashboard showing you exactly what sold over the weekend. And I gotta say, my entire sales numbers were pretty lackluster for this show. I made $1,640 worth of sales. You can see this down here at the bottom right. And this is a significant drop in sales from what I normally would sell at a show, but I've never done this show before, and I didn't realize it was going to be in a crowd that was going there that didn't really have a lot of money to spend on art. I kind of just thought I would try the show because it was well advertised in my city and it was a local show, something that I could sell these at and test it out. And it was a good place to test this out, but it wasn't a good place to make a lot of overall profit from a show. Still, I wanted to show you. So if you come up here and look at the small prints, these are those 8x10 size prints. I sold $1,135 worth of small prints. They were still my best-selling item at the show. With canvas prints, I sold $220 worth, and then the framed prints, I sold $165 worth. Now, really, the framed prints only got 2 days worth of a test because that first day they were just overpriced and people wouldn't purchase them. But let's look at it here. So I sold 54 small prints. These were the unframed ones in the print bin, and I sold 11 framed prints. So this is a pretty good amount of prints for this show. It wasn't as many as the 54 small prints that I sold, but it was a decent number. And here is what I discovered when it comes to the audience of people who were interested in purchasing them. It was almost exclusively families with children, and they wanted to save money, so they got their kid the lowest priced thing in my booth. So I think overall, I probably lost some money from selling these because instead of buying the $22.50 print, they were buying the $15 framed print. But I think I could have gotten those parents to purchase the higher price loose print that was in my print bin, and I would have made more of a profit margin on it. My small prints are a much better profit margin. I'm paying around $1.35 for those, and I sell them for $22.50. Plus, they're easier to assemble. When it comes to framing something, you have to take the back off of this, you have to put the print in there and then reassemble it. Bagging a print takes far less time. I can make about 20 of these in an hour, but I can bag 100 prints in an hour. So when it comes to assembly, this is definitely slower and more work. Another thing I realized about the framed prints that I didn't know going into this is that people would constantly be taking them off the wall and looking at them, and then they just kind of set them back on there. They don't get them in my hanger properly. And half the time, if they do that and I don't notice it because I can't constantly micromanage the situation in my booth, they'll end up falling off onto the floor. And the framed prints, although very durable and none of them got damaged from this, they were falling off onto the hard concrete. And it could have easily damaged one, but especially in an outdoor setting, if there's dirt or mud or something on the ground, I could see how this could be a real problem. And there were a lot of kids with like sticky hands and gross stuff, and they were going up and they're pawing at all the framed prints. I have several that I have to clean now because they have just like weird drippy sticky stuff all down the front of them. Now I can clean it, but it creates more work for me to have to clean the things. It's just the same reason why I don't like the kids coming and getting all their sticky hands all over my prints in the print bin, because I have to clean them. At least in the print bin, I can have a sign up there and I can be watching the situation. But when they're on the front of my booth, if I'm inside the booth, doing checkout or something or watching the print bin, I can't be like two places at once. And I can't constantly be watching like a hawk out there at those prints. Now I could have moved the display of the frame prints to the inside of the booth, but I think if I did that, I wouldn't have sold nearly as many, because part of what was selling them is that it was catching little small children's eye as they were walking by my booth. And the parent was like, well, it's only $15. Okay, you can have one. That kind of thing. If they were inside the booth, people would have had a harder time seeing them, especially those small children. All of that said, I'm glad I did the experiment, because I was able to see the positives and negatives of selling prints in a print bin versus having them hanging on a wall in my booth. And ultimately, I think I'm just going to stick with selling the prints in my print bin, because although I was able to get these to sell, it just really wasn't selling well enough in comparison to those loose prints. And since the loose prints are easier for me to assemble and make, and the profit margin is higher, and customers seem to be willing to pay more for them, to me it really seems like it's still the best product to sell my art on in my booth for those lower priced impulse buys. Next, if you'd like to learn more about my indoor booth display that you saw throughout this video, the pro panels and everything, I have a video you can check out here. All right, thanks so much for watching. Hope this helps. See you next time.